I told you I was going to be pushing out more content and more content, and this topic is hot, and I just have a lot of opinions on it. So, stay tuned if you want to hear my opinion on the Jada August and Will situation, because I'm not surprised. I haven't been surprised for about 4.5 years, as they've said. So, if you want to know my opinions, keep on watching. You guys have heard, because I know everyone's heard about this whole situation with August Alsina and Jada Pickett Smith. The whole entanglement, as she referred to it on her Red Table Talk. But a few weeks, I would say maybe a week and a half ago, a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, August Alsina sat down with Angela Yee to have a conversation about his process and how he's just not getting back into the forefront of the limelight and everything. How he actually had a relationship with Jada. And I know me myself, I wasn't surprised. I mean, if someone writes a soliloquy like he did about a woman, oh, you best believe they're having some type of relationship. And it's definitely, it was more like the way he described her was more on a spiritual level. But you know, there was a deep love there that was, it wasn't just a friendship type of love, because I have a best friend. I've had a best friend for about 5 years. We've shared all types of experiences, but I wouldn't describe her the way he described her in that tweet or whatever it was. Whatever it was a post, but I was like, oh yeah, they're in a relationship. They're they're in a sexual relationship, because you understand, like those years ago, like about 4.5 years ago, he was just in a really dark space. His health wasn't good. His health was declining. He wasn't in a good place mentally, and I think the way they try to portray the relationship, because he was on Red Table Talk talking about his addiction to certain drugs and all that good stuff, and he was actually there with I think he was on the episode with Will's sister as well, talking about their dependency on different types of drugs and stuff like that. So they tried to paint the picture really nice, but me, I can spot BS a mile away. I was like, oh, but that, it all plays into how weird I think they really are. Like, I've been saying this for years, but they are really weird. That Smith family, and I love them. That's the thing. I really love them, but they are a weird bunch, and I still call BS on some of the things that they Will and Jada were talking about on their on the Red Table Talk. It's just how I see it. But let me start off. At the beginning, they didn't really start it off like they usually do, but they made it a point at the beginning to say that they never made a statement about the whole situation. So they said that whoever was saying that Will said something or Jada called BS was totally a lie. And that had me a little confused at first. I was like, well, it makes sense for them not to say something, because for them to be so prominent in the in Hollywood life, that's usually how it goes. You usually wait to say something so you can get like the media uproar, let that simmer down just a little bit, and then you come out with your point. Um, the video was maybe the video I watched was maybe 12 minutes and 53 seconds, and honestly, I don't think there was any need for it, because we all knew what was going on. We knew that man wasn't lying. I knew that man wasn't lying, because he had no reason to lie. And not to be judgy, they just, like, from watching her Red Table Talks, she just seems like that's just what she's comfortable with. Not per se like she did it out of malicious intent, but that's just, she's not afraid to live in. She's not afraid to go after what she wants, whether it be different types of relationships, because they've always had a weird type of relationship for a while. Like, we've all like heard in the news where or heard in blogs and stuff like that, with them having an open relationship and stuff like that. So it wasn't very surprising. I knew he was telling the truth from the whole jump. Um, but she goes on. She brought Will with her to the red table, and I guess he was sitting in her spot for this time. I think she was trying to. At first, it kind of seemed like she was trying to beat around the bush, and he was really trying to get the real tea that everybody wanted from her. Because at first she was calling it an entanglement, and I'm like, well, that's weird. Just call the thing what it is. It didn't sound like an entanglement, okay? But she started off saying it was about 4.5 years ago is when they started their friendship. It started as a friendship, and she made it seem as though it started off as her trying to help someone to help him heal because he was just going through a lot. His health, like I said, his health wasn't really well. He had an addiction problem, all that stuff, and they had the resources because of the Smiths. So they had the resources to really help him out in that area. But I think it turned into something so much more than what either one of them expected. And I can agree with it. Sometimes that thing can happen. Like you can mistake helping someone, like people always have you hear about that all the time, people falling for the people that's helping them and everything, but the thing is they're two grown adults, so they knew what was going on. So I wouldn't necessarily, I feel like that's a part of it, but we can't just go by that, you know. And if y'all hear that bell, it's my niece dog Bella, so just ignore it, okay? Um, and it also happened at a time where Jada and Will were separated. Like, Will made it a point to say that he was done with her and that he really thought that they could live a life without being together. So they were just pursuing different things. And they also pulled down the claim of Will actually giving permission or his blessing. Now, I didn't know what to feel about that, honestly, because Jada said she could see how August felt that way from the arrangement that they had. It just seems weird to me. An arrangement, mistaking an arrangement with permission from someone's husband seems like this one thing and that one thing. Like, those are two totally different things. Like, if I'm asking your husband for permission to be with you, I don't think that has anything to do with the arrangement that she has with her and her husband. That's you acknowledging that they have they are separated, but they're not fully divorced. So you still go and do your thing, even though you know, with him saying that he got permission, he got a blessing from Will to be in a relationship with his wife. See, I don't know too much about that. That set off a red flag. That's what made me call BS the first time. And that whole entanglement word. Okay, she finally admits that she was in a relationship with August. She said she was looking, trying to feel good. She said she just wanted to feel good. And we hear that all the time, like in movies and stuff like that, how they just wanted to feel good because they're she was in a real rocky place in her marriage. They thought, I know they reminisce sometimes where they thought that they were saying, like, Will said to Jada, he was like, remember when I told you that I would love you through anything and stuff like that. And I guess those feelings of, wow, it's really over, and it put her in a real dark place. So she just wanted to feel good. And plus, she said she added the fact that she liked the excitement of fixing someone or healing someone. And that's what media was covering it as her preying on him. I can see where that comes from. Do I feel like these Hollywood types are really weird, especially prominent people who've been in the business for years, like a family like that, I wouldn't put it past her. I think she had good intentions going in. Let's just say that. And everything just lined up. I mean, he's a fine young man, and she just wanted to feel good. That's the thing with a lot of people who might be going through a divorce, because divorce, people attribute divorce to a death, because it's someone you're supposed to be with forever until you die, till death do you part. So people attribute it to a death. So I can understand her being in a dark place and just wanting to feel good. But she says that she has a codependency on finding others to fix as a scapegoat to actually healing herself. And she also said that it was a great learning experience for her, because she found out that she can't find healing in other people. She has to really look within herself. And I can understand that, because that's true for a lot of us women. Like when we're hurt, we try to find love in another person. But when we really need to focus on finding the true love within ourselves so we can heal ourselves. And she said that August, when I guess she made the decision, her and Will made the decision to actually fix their marriage and work on their marriage. That's when August broke all communication with her, and that was years ago. What they're saying, that was years ago, and there hasn't been any communication since. But I remember August putting out a post saying that he let everyone know ahead of time that he was going to do it. And the funny thing is, I believe him. Like, I really do believe. Do I believe they haven't had any contact? No, I don't believe that. The love that he was speaking about with her, I don't think you could just quit that cold turkey. I can say that I do believe he left her alone and everything like that. But do I think he didn't give them a courtesy before he put it out? No. I definitely think they knew that was going to come out. They just didn't think it was going to come out so soon. And they also made hints at maybe it being strange feelings about the timeline, because they hadn't talked in years from her claims and everything. And it kind of made it seem like they hinted at, because he just put out a new album and everything. I can see where they get that from, but it's his story to tell, and you can never really tell people's intentions with things like that. But I can see them getting how they could feel that it could be something for publicity. But I feel like a love like he was talking about, I don't think he really ever experienced anything like that before. And I think it takes a while, especially for men, to really get over a broken heart, especially with an older woman. A lot of people say it's something about an older woman. Some type of hold that older women can have on younger men. It's something. So, I mean, I can understand why it took him a while. And I can understand it could have been a publicity stunt, honestly. I mean, it would be the perfect time to do it. And people saying that he should have kept his mouth shut. I mean, he could have, but it's his story to tell. And it's not just her story, it's his story. And then I feel like he was operating off of a broken heart, and I feel like he had to actually get that out of his system, because sometimes things don't heal until you say them, until you put them out there in the world. And however he decided to do it, I guess was his business. Because at the end of the day, it's her business, but it's his business too. So he has a right to spread his business however he sees fit. It's also still really weird to me. But I wasn't surprised at all. And then what really was weird to me was when Will made the joke of how he was going to get Jada back. Look, There's no doubt in my mind that Will had him some things going on, and then there's other speculations about him going around with the whole Tisha Campbell and Dwayne Martin type thing, and it's all just weird. I'm telling you, Hollywood is a weird place. So if anything comes out about them later, I'm not surprised. Like, Hollywood is a weird place. But y'all just drop down in the comments, tell me what you think about the whole situation, because she, me, her was not surprised. Honestly, they didn't need to do this. They could have just put out a nice little tweet, honestly, and I would have had the same feelings. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Just let everybody know what your girl's doing over here. I just bring you real good content. I'm a real person. I just love to be surrounded by real people. So if you feel the same way, then come up here and join the family, because it's a family over here. And remember that you're a sunflower. So stand up tall, because your moment to shine is coming. Love you lots. Bye.